this and every Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Be sure to tune in.
Yes, that. Sakaimalan. Prince Maddox. Prince Maddox. Prince Maddox. Prince Maddox. Papou a wete ba moun plen la yon manj a kite la vi. Aprisye sa yo ka fe kon yo a pa mi nou jodi. La te mouve valet vye non nou ka konsipe moun evi. Pour nous connaître, pour meilleur pour nous tout ça bénéfice. For only wonders you done for us all, spreading the culture all over the world. For all the good thing that you done for God, that's what it is.
Good morning, Dominica. Good morning, Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to another Creole Heartbeat program. Bienvenue tout le monde à toute la Dominique aux Antilles. C'est un grand plaisir comme ici. Nous là avec Zone, nous avons go star, go superstar avec nous. Dominica's international reggae superstar in the building with us. We have a very special Creole Heartbeat program. Compliments DG Cell. And in the building with us is Dominica's international reggae superstar. As a matter of fact, we'll tell you all about how he started and everything leading up to his super status at this point in time. Lazo, Sakafet boys, man. Long time, my brother. We go way back.
Yeah, since you were like 15 years old or something, 14.
Less than that.
For real, man.
Because at the time I think I was just about to go to high school.
High school, yeah, right,
Yeah.
man. I just came from the countryside and I moved. I was going to the technical college and I moved in like 2 houses from your house.
Two houses away from. So we knew each other like man for years and years. But I was always fascinated by that crew of fellas, you, Abbott, and the rest of the guys. You named yourself B Blood.
B Blood.
Black
Actually,
Blood.
it's Black Blood. But what happened when we released the album in Martinique? The guy who owned the studio, he found that there was another band in Africa named Black Blood.
Oh,
You understand? So
he just shortened
exactly.
Black.
That's what
B. Tell us about that whole B Blood, Black Blood. Even your inception into Kadas Slips of music then.
Yeah, well, this is way back in the day, as you know, right? Because I came from the country and then I came to Roseau to go to the technical college. And I was living right across the street from Abbott.
Yeah.
And then they were putting this band together, you know. Actually, the name of the band was Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner. That's what the
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, with Cuthbert Elwin.
Yes, I
right.
remember.
And then we changed a few years after that. We changed the name. At that time, the Cadence was already happening, so that's when we got into more Cadence. Because that time we did more R&B and top 40 stuff, you know. So when we called it Black Blood, we had people like about RBJ, Albert Joseph, you know, Keith Hagley.
Yeah.
Right. This was the call the group, you know. So we would go up to the gardens and practice. It was very interesting because what was happening, we had no instruments.
Oh.
We had no instruments. So what happened? The drummer would be drumming on his thighs.
Wow.
That's how the group started, man. The drummer would drumming on his thighs. That was his drum set, and we had 2 acoustic guitars, and then Keith was a keyboard guy. He had a piano at home, but we couldn't go to his house to practice. So he'd come to the gardens with us and then learn his parts and sing his parts with his mouth. His keyboard parts.
Wow. And we're talking about 1970.
Yeah, man, 73, 74.
74.
Yeah, them time there, way back in the day, yeah. And so that's how this group came about. So then when Jeff Joe came to Dominica this time, I think Nairado, Twaza Productions, asked him if there were any young groups coming up in Dominica he would recommend. So he recommended us.
Oh.
So that's how we got to do this first album.
There was that I remember a tall guy. I think he was from Castles also.
Oh, Nicolas, man.
Nicolas.
He was a singer.
Yes.
Actually, it's Breaker's brother, you know, and
Oh,
Slash.
Breaker's bro, Slash and
Breaker. Yeah, Nico. He was a singer.
He's alive. He's alive.
No, actually, he passed a few years ago.
Okay, so Nico is gone.
LBJ is
LBJ, well, disappeared, I think.
Disappeared.
and also Abbott.
Abbott.
So
Yeah.
these are the three members that are deceased.
Right.
Or
Right.
from the black blood. So tell us, you guys got that call from Jeff Joe, and you will be preparing now to record
Exactly.
because you're going to make a trip. Tell us about preparing, first of all, for that particular record, because we know those days it's not like now you put tracks, is you practice all your songs, go in the studio and play it.
That's it, man.
So tell us the whole journey.
Because we did the whole album in one day.
Right. Tell us what the whole journey from putting the songs together
Right.
and getting across to Martinique. How was the journey and everything?
Okay.
And
The
even the
first,
deal.
right. I already did when we got to Martinique. We flew to Martinique. The guy sent us on air tickets.
That's not right, though.
Nairado and Twaza. So I think we got in there like 9 in the morning. So he came at the airport. He picked us up at the airport, took us straight to the studio. We started recording, and we finished about maybe 9, 10 at night.
Wow.
Whole album, all the 10 songs. So
Yes.
You know, then took us to the hotel, and then next morning ship us back to Dominica. You know,
Wow.
this is how this thing happened. So, you know, so fast. Yeah.
What you actually sang, I think those days?
No, actually, I was a bass player.
Bass player.
I was a bass
So
player.
you were bass, Abbott was playing guitar.
I would play
also,
rhythm guitar.
rhythm guitar.
This guy from Marigot, Johnson James.
Yes.
He was the lead guitar player.
Lead guitar player.
Yeah, but when the album came out, for some reason we had some, band business. He quit the group after that,
Okay. So for those who don't know, tell us about that particular album. What was the hit song on that particular album?
The hit song, we had a few hits. But the Cardinals hit song was Pompedo.
Pompedo.
Yeah.
You should know that one, DJ Shan. Pompedo. Of course.
A big
That's
hit,
some big blood, and that was a major hit. But what was the response like? I mean, you guys came back to Dominica, and your song, playing over I think it was then 595 DBS radio.
DBS, exactly.
What was the response then? How you guys felt?
Well, actually, I think we were very young and didn't understand the magnitude of what was really happening about being so popular, and stuff like that, And even that's why, maybe if we had management, we would have been able to keep the group together, because right soon after that, the group broke up. Yeah.
What was the compensation like for this particular album? Can you remember by chance?
Yeah, I think I remember. I think the guy.
Who was the leader of the group then?
RBJ.
RBJ.
RBJ was it? Yeah.
RBJ.
I think the compensation was 500 albums.
500 albums.
And I think 2,000 US.
2,000 US. And the rights of that particular album, Nairado.
Oh yeah, it
belonged to
exactly
to Nairado.
Right. The solely songs about him,
So what happened after that album? The album broke up. What happened to your career then?
Well, what happened after the album broke up? After the group broke up, I decided to go to Guadeloupe. Myself and the singer, because we were still rehearsing. After the guitarist left, we were rehearsing, and we had like 5 or 6 albums of material for the next. Ready. We had because what we would do, we'd practice on box guitars and had tape recorder, and record all the albums. Okay, this is the first, this is the second. Third. We had 5 albums ready. You know what I mean?
5 albums.
Yeah. We had a lot of material.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man. And that's why Nairado, he gave us a contract.
Oh.
For I think it was for 6 album contract. But what happened when the time came to do the second album? That's when Gordon Henderson came up with the Soul Tone.
Salton Orchestra, yeah.
Yeah, and I think he had some recording thing in France. And he told us it would be wise for us not to go back to record with Nairado because he has this thing which would be much more beneficial to us, So we decided not to do the second album. But I think this was a mistake we made. Yeah. And I think what happened, Gordon's company fell through.
Oh, okay.
So this album never happened. And then we reneged on the contract,
So subsequently, you guys got discouraged.
Exactly. Exactly.
So what happened in Guadeloupe, apart from when you get discouraged, what happened to your career in Guadeloupe?
Well, actually, when we went to Guadeloupe, the 5 of us went, myself, LBJ, Keith, and Abbott, and Nico. Yeah. But when we got to Guadeloupe, we went to Marigalan first. And I'll give a story very interesting because we decided to take a little boat, a little canoe.
Are we looking about 1974, 1975?
95, 75, 76 maybe. Yeah, take a little, the little fishing boats? With a little motor.
You would know because I raised by the bay.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
So we decided, okay, we're going to try our luck because everybody's happening. So we said we're going to try our luck in Guadeloupe. So at that time, Keith couldn't tell his mother he's going to take a little boat in Casablanca to go to Marigalan. So he told him we're flying, taking the plane.
Plane, yeah. But you guys know you're going to take the little canoe.
Yeah, man. And what's interesting also, 'cause I knew the fisherman in Castle Bruce, because that's where I'm from. So I set the deal up. So the night before, they all came to my house, slept at my place, and I think because we had no money.
Yeah.
So what I did, I think I was able to get like 3 ounces of ganja. That time ganja is highly illegal,
Yeah, during those days it was illegal. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. So I had to go and hide it way down in my pants,
Yeah.
So I could, okay, when we get to Marigaland, I'll be able to sell that.
To be able to get some
A little money, so we could
to
get
sustain the group.
exactly. You see, interesting.
Man.
So we did, and we got through. We went to Marigaland, and we spent like maybe a month in Marigaland because we had some friends there. And we got on the boat from Marigaland to Guadeloupe. Because you don't need a visa because it's
Guadeloupe is French.
It's French.
Once you reach Marigaland, you just move across.
Exactly. And what happened when we got on the boat to Guadeloupe? I think it cost. I don't remember how much it cost, but I realized there wasn't enough money. So I told him, just give me all them, give me all the money. When the guy when they get in the middle of the channel, the guy comes around to collect. You see what I mean? So I said, just give me all the money when he comes. I'm gonna just give it to him. So I thought, okay, he just take the money and put it away. But he counted everybody, and when he got to the last guy, there wasn't enough for the last guy.
Oh my.
So, but luckily somebody in the boat gave us some money to cover it up. You know what I mean?
What would have happened?
Well, who knows? Maybe you'd have thrown somebody over.
Oh my.
This is man. When you want something, you do anything to get it.
But this is what we know now as backdoor. Technically.
Backdoor, exactly. Going through the
So you
back.
guys were you really wanted to make it then that your chance
I'm telling you, your life.
by your life trying to go backdoor to move across the border.
Yes, man.
That's how
Yes.
those were the days.
These were the days, man.
But eventually you reached to Guadeloupe.
We got to Guadeloupe. But what happened when we got to Guadeloupe? We were able to rent a little place. A friend of one of the guys had a one room. You know how it is in Guadeloupe. So he had us stay there for a little while, but then things started getting rough. Because me as a countryman and Nico from the country, but guys like the city guys, I mean, let's say
Rosso guys. LBJ, Abbott from Potterville.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and Keith. Over a few weeks, it started getting rough. No money, no food. Them guys decided they can't take that, man.
Yeah.
So they had
They had to fly back.
they came, not fly back from a boat to come back to Dominica.
Wow. So backdoor to go backdoor to come back.
Exactly. So that's how this whole thing.
Yeah.
And that
But you stayed in Guadeloupe.
I stayed. I stayed with Nico, the singer, 2 of us. We rented a little place. I started working because at that time I knew had a little skill in auto body repair. So I found a little Frenchman. I used to work for him, and stuff like that.
All right.
And I was able to go and buy my first bass guitar.
Yeah, okay.
You see? So and then, but after a while, and then actually that's when I started writing songs. Because there's a guy called what's his name, man? Monday. He was the guy signing a lot of the bands from Dominica, like as a producer. And I think it's Bird or one of the guys told me about I should try to find out a guy by the name of Monday. I saw him passing on the street, driving on. I stopped him. And he said to me, so I said to him, we just from Dominica, we try to find a recording studio or something. He said to me, "Une composition," which means
You have songs.
if you have songs. So that's when I recognize this is what it takes.
Yeah.
So
You need to have original
Exactly.
songs that belongs to
yeah,
you.
exactly. Say une composition. So I say, oui. Then I go home and that's when I started writing.
Writing,
That
yeah.
came to me, I started writing songs, man, So that's how this, but after, as I said, the guys came back, and myself and Nico, we stayed for a while, maybe a year, and then we decided to come back to Dominica. And as soon as we got to Dominica, these friends from Toronto, they came to Castle Bruce. They're from Castle Bruce, but they've been living in Canada for quite a while. They came to Castle Bruce looking for a singer and a bass player
Wow.
to carry to Toronto with them.
Wow.
But they didn't know I could play bass. I said they wanted another guy, but the guy just at that time he became a born again Christian, and he decided he doesn't want to play all the music anymore. So they say, who's the next young bass player coming up around? They say, boy, Lazo is good, Why did you check Lazo? So that's how I got the opportunity to go to Canada.
And can you recall the year that was by then? It was after Hurricane David?
Yes, man.
After Hurricane David.
David was 79, right? So I think it must have been around 80. Yeah, 79, 80, maybe 1980. Yeah, 79. Yeah, 79.
Okay, so you left Castle Bruce.
December 79. Yeah.
You left Castle Bruce and you decided, well, is Toronto, Canada.
No, actually, it's Ottawa.
Ottawa, Canada.
Ottawa, that's where it is. Yeah.
And that's where your whole life changed drastically.
Yeah, because don't forget, when I left, we were playing Canas. I was a Canas man,
Canas, yeah.
Canas,
Mhm.
right? You know. But when I got to Ottawa, I joined the band as a bass player. These guys were doing top 40 stuff, mainly top 40, you know. And
Mhm.
then I realized, you know what, you can't get anywhere doing top 40. You got to do your own
With
stuff.
Canas, yeah.
And especially with Canas, because nobody's gonna book you. By that time, reggae was happening. People like Bob Marley and these guys were, you know. So most of the clubs, they book a lot of reggae bands.
Mhm.
So that's why I decided, you know, to switch,
Mhm.
and I got into the reggae thing.
Mhm.
So this what made me
Now, how long you stayed with that particular band?
the New Connection band.
Yeah.
They were called New Connection. There's a guy named Garnet Challenge. I think.
Yeah, of course, I know Ghana Challenge.
Well, he's the one. He was the guy who brought me up actually.
Mhm.
So I stayed with them.
I think he had an album or so.
He have a few albums.
Few
Yeah,
albums,
yeah, yeah. So I stayed with this group for 4 years, but we were in Ottawa.
And you were playing mainly reggae then.
Yes, mainly reggae. Yeah, but I was a bass player.
And where would you guys
And
play?
singer.
Where would you guys play live? You had any? Live recordings?
Yeah. Actually, they had a club themselves. They owned a club. The
Oh,
family owned a
okay.
club in Ottawa.
Mhm.
So we'd play there, and then we travel around, go to different venues around Canada, you know, and play in different clubs, nightclubs and stuff. At that time, nightclubs was happening. Many nightclubs all over the place.
Mhm.
So I spent like 4 years with them,
Mhm.
and then I realized, you know, Ottawa is the capital city, and if you want to be in entertainment, Ottawa is not the right city for you.
Yeah.
Toronto is the place to be because that's where
Mhm.
it's happening.
Mhm.
So I decided. I mean, they won't happy about it, but I thought this the best move for me at this time. So that's why I left and I moved to Toronto,
Mhm.
and that's why I became Lazo.
Okay, so you left
I was
that
solo.
particular band as the bass player singer,
bass player singer, yeah.
and you decided to move across to Toronto, and that's where your solo career started. How difficult was it? I mean, you're now going on your own.
Yeah, I know.
How difficult was it from the beginning? At the beginning,
it was tough. It was tough because but I'm a go-getter, right? So I don't give up on anything like that, you know. Because I had to be going around flyers, putting up flyers all on the streets in Toronto.
But you had to put a site together, I would imagine.
Yeah. I put a band together.
How was it, to get your site together? Were it mainly Dominicans?
Yeah.
Caribbean people.
One of the first musicians I hooked up with was I Feel Joseph.
Oh yes, that's I Feel from Margot.
Pepe and this guy,
yeah.
right? He was my keyboard player for a while, and then I got a drummer, and I got 2 backup singers, you know, and put the group together, you know. But I was still playing bass and lead vocals at that time, you know. So that's how my career started in Toronto.
And from there, in terms of gigs, how difficult was it then to get gigs as a solo artist in Toronto?
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a friend helping me out, a French guy. He was kind of managing me at the time, so he was the one going out and getting me gigs, you know. So it worked out. We play a lot of clubs, nightclubs, you know, plenty nightclubs, you know. I mean, it wasn't like a lot of money back in the day, but at least your name was getting out.
Oh, I mean, your repertoire in terms of music were just original songs or a whole repertoire of different reggae hits?
Yes, well, I would do a lot of originals and some. Because don't forget, we were Black Blood, you know. When we first started, we were all original band.
Yes,
most bands don't start up like that. Most bands start up doing a few
covers,
but you know, so it's all originals. So when I moved to Toronto, I had to do some Bob Marley, maybe some Peter Tosh and some, you know, top 40, top reggae songs. But I didn't a lot of maybe 60-70% originals. Yeah.
And at what point you felt, man, this thing is going to work?
Good question.
Can you recall, I mean, which song which actually broke through for you in Toronto?
I have a song called Reggae, Radical Reggae. That's one of the songs that was very popular, you know. I think that's why I got a recording contract.
We have this one. We said
Radical Reggae.
Reggae, I think. Reggae. You said this one for me?
No.
Okay, all right. No. Okay, but this one actually broke through for you.
This Radical Reggae. Actually, it made it on.
I think we played it, you know, at DBS.
I
think it was Ted Daly who played this. I remember the melody.
And what's the girl from Castle used to be on the radio too?
I can't recall Castle.
Joseph. Helena.
Oh, Helena Joseph. Right. Helena J. Helena she was not on DBS but on Kyrie.
She's been Kyrie. Oh,
she was on Kyrie at the time.
But
I remember Ted playing reggae. I remember the melody.
Right.
And this one did well in Canada.
It did well. I got a recording contract with a US company, Ras Records. Yeah, true that.
So this one really broke through.
Yeah, this one, yeah, it's a favorite. It's called favorite. I still do it live actually after all these years, you know.
Yeah.
So to be doing
And this one was your first major solo hit.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. It made it to the charts in Vancouver, and I think it was the first independent album to chart in Vancouver.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the first independent.
We're talking history there. I mean, DJ. I mean,
album.
and as a matter of fact, I teased. This is DJ Shan.
What's it, Sean?
I teased
Bless
him
up, respect,
as to
yeah.
whether he knew, because he's a DJ, whether
Yeah.
he knew your music, and he didn't.
You did-
So that is
oh.
why, I'm happy that we can actually teach him about you.
Yeah, man.
And that particular song, actually broke through for you.
Yes, you did.
And
Yeah.
made it to the charts
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Toronto.
Yeah, in Vancouver.
No,
yeah.
in Vancouver, sorry.
Yeah.
Now to get a song through the charts with it was so competitive. then.
Yeah, because it was first independent. Because usually they don't play independent records.
Solo artists.
And if you're independent, you have to be on a major label, like
Oh,
like Warner Brothers or Island Records, or
Mhm.
right. So you have to be. They don't play independent artists.
Okay.
But this was the first independent to chart on that radio.
And then
station.
this particular song got you
a record contract.
a record contract.
Yeah.
And with what company?
Ras Records. Ras was the most popular, the most famous reggae label in Washington D.C.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm, mhm.
people like Gregory Isaacs, Yellow Man, all them big reggae artists, Freddie McGregor. They all signed. Dennis Brown. They all signed to that on that label too.
We want to play one of your songs. You'll tell us. You know what you sent me. You'll tell us which one,
Yeah.
so we can make the DJ cue it up. Which one you want us to play now? Because we want to play a few before we leave here.
Yeah.
So that Dominicans who are not familiar, who like DJ Shan, who are not familiar with your music, whilst we talk about the bio, where he get a taste.
Play
of-
Island. Play Trip to Paradise.
Trip to
It's
Paradise.
for Dominica. Yeah.
It's for Dominica. Okay, this is the big station. We are live on Creole Heartbeat. We have international reggae superstar from Dominica, Lazo, who actually made his debut to the professional scene through B Blood, Black Blood during the Canal Slips of Boom. Are you ready, DJ Shan? Okay, let's go.
I sent it to you.
Yes, I gave you all the songs. I'm not sure if
Trip to Paradise.
Trip to Paradise. You don't have this one? Okay, take in any other one. If you don't have this one, what are the songs you have, DJ Shan? So
Play Love is on Your Side then. 'Cause everybody know this one.
all right, okay. Let's go, Lazo.
Love is on Your Side.
Love is on your side, sending some love across Dominica as we approach the end of 2023. Let's go.
If love is on your side, everything's gonna be alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. If love is on your side, everything's gonna be alright. I'm singing to the world. People take some time to listen. Cause our days are numbered. So tell me why they hopping and puffing. And there ain't much love at all. But if love is on your side, everything's gonna be alright. Oh, if love is on your side, everything's gonna be alright.
Yes, we're in with Lazo, Dominica's international reggae superstar based in Toronto. How this one did in terms of the public, in terms of the response, how this one did.
Yeah, this one is massive too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ted also played this one.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. This one. Yeah.
Yes, it's one of the major tunes. So you signed up with Ras label,
Yes.
and tell us what happened then for Lazo.
Well, I did 3 albums on the Ras Records label.
Ras Records, okay.
Yeah, and did quite a bit of touring in the US and
Mhm.
Canada, and stuff,
Mhm.
And then from that, I moved. I did it with the Willers for a while too.
Okay. Collaborated with them?
No, what
Or
happened?
played
I told you.
alongside-
I told
alongside
you. I
them.
told with them.
Oh, okay.
Because what was happening after Bob died, they wanted a singer.
Oh, so you sang with the
Yeah,
Wailers?
I was the front man in the world.
Another record booking. I mean, we are gonna something. We are gonna. This is news. I mean, this is international Dominican news. So you actually sang with the famous Wailers for a while.
Ashton Barrett,
Ashton Barrett,
Bob
and,
Millie,
and,
this
and, you know, the guys actually backed up
right.
the legendary king, the late great Robert Nesta Marley. So you sang with them for how long?
Maybe 6 months.
And it would have had to be for them to have contacted you and agree for you to actually sing.
Because they were looking for a singer after, so
you would have, I mean, your record card then would have been, one that would have been very, very colorful. Because I mean, coming in the realm of Bob, you would have to be accepted to actually, be actually singing with, I mean, the legendary Wailers. But you stayed with them for 6 months.
Yeah. Because I mean, with them, because it's many Bob's material, and
yes.
To me, I wanted to promote my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get an agreement with them, but we couldn't work out an agreement where it would be like my stuff and Bob's stuff. So we both decided it was to our mutual benefit to part, Yeah.
But then what was the experience with them and playing with them?
It was great, because we did mainly like
reggae.
Yeah, and big venues like in Brazil, South Argentina, all across the US, El Salvador and all them, and places and massive venues like arenas and stuff like that. So it was a totally different type of experience for me,
So right after, I mean, the Wailers, that tenure with the Wailers completed, what happened for Lazo?
Well, I came back doing my own Lazo stuff.
And that's in Toronto again?
Toronto, Canada, yeah. I do a lot of stuff in the States too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like Chicago, Cleveland, New York, Detroit, but everywhere, so I do a lot of touring as Lazo.
Yeah. We will, I guess I saw a full-length calendar of activities just this year. I mean, when I contacted you sometime earlier this year, this brother has, I mean, a whole calendar of events, major events in the US, North America, that he was actually, slated to play for. You were, I think, awarded.
Oh yeah,
tell us about the various awards that you receive in Toronto and even over the world.
Well, the two major ones at the top of the list is one called the Top Reggae Performer.
Top Reggae Performer
in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I won that.
Mm-hmm.
And also in the US you have the Grammy Awards, and in Canada you have something called the Juno Awards,
which is parallel to
the Grammy
Awards.
And this is the highest music award in I should have brought it so I could show you actually what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I also won that in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, this is breaking news again for us. How you felt and actually getting those two awards, and how did that propel your career after?
Interesting question, because actually there are a lot of Jamaicans and people know when it comes to reggae, it's Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
And there's a little story I'll give you, because I think a few days before the Juno Awards supposed to be broadcast, you know what I mean? So
it's the Juno, Juno. So people who want to research to really get some legitimacy in what the Lazo is saying, it is the Juno Awards, Juno.
Award, Juno Award, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the highest music award in Canada.
Yeah.
People like Celine Dion and everybody win the same award, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you are part of the records of that particular award. Winning.
Exactly.
It's like parallel to the Grammy. I mean, and the Dominican from Castle Bruce won this award several. You won it once.
Yeah, I got nominated 4 times and won it once. Yeah.
So you're going to give us a story about how this propelled.
Oh yeah, because you see, because when we're talking about reggae, Jamaicans dominate because they originated it, right? So a few days before I was for the awards, I met this group. He was a guy called Willie Williams. He's a very famous guy, wrote for a lot of people. And I saw one of his band members. So he saw me in the market and he shouted out to me and said, "Lazo, are you ready for defeat?"
Which means that they were nominated.
Exactly.
He was good. His band was going to beat you.
Exactly. He asked people, "Are you ready for defeat?"
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So when we during the award ceremony, so what happened? They say, "Okay, and the winner is," and then the sound blast. From I heard the first note, I knew it was you.
Yeah. I mean, how you felt that?
Man, it was amazing. I felt very, very, very proud, to see I was able to accomplish that coming from Castle Bruce, and and from Black Blood,
Can you recall the year?
This was 2000. 2000.
In 2000.
Yeah, this was 2000.
And I would imagine this really propelled your career.
Well, yeah, exactly.
People
Yeah.
recognize
Exactly,
now
because it's
that you're there.
it's because
You have reached the big league.
the pinnacle, they call
The
it.
pinnacle.
Yeah.
And what is the competition like in terms of other reggae bands in the Toronto area?
There's a lot of bands, you got bands like Messenger, you have Errol Blackwood, you have Chester Miller, is another guy I think is quite a Jamaican guy, very quite talented. He sounds a lot like Dennis Brown. Most people think he's Dennis Brown actually, So,
but in the pool of bands around Toronto, in Canada in general, you actually won that.
yeah. I didn't and actually what was funny, I didn't feel like going,
Why not?
For some reason I just felt
because you were nominated a few times before.
Yeah, and I didn't win.
And you didn't win.
Right, So the time a friend called me, said, Lazo, where are you? I said, I'm home. He said, you're not going to the awards? She said, no, man, Lazo, you got to go, man. I said, I took a shower and then you set up.
But then for a particular award like this, what is the criteria? What would the organizers look for in order that you can win that particular award? What I mean, is it airplay? Is it?
It's a combination of things.
Voting
and airplay. It's a combination. Yeah.
People in the industry.
Definitely. Yeah.
This is a very prestigious award. And once again, this is a Juno Award.
They should look it up. Yeah.
In 2000, and you could look it up. Let's see if we can take in another song because we want to play as many songs as possible so that those listening, we are here on the big station, Creole Heartbeat, to discover Dominica's international superstar, the Junior Awards winner out of Toronto, Canada, the Lazo. Let's go for another sound.
I got the doctor of philosophy. You know I got shading up in company. You took I away in captivity. Brought me to work for free. But got something that is free. I know got something that can be. I know something that is free. I know got something that can feel. I was born and raised down in the north of the ghetto. Where I fought so hard to survive. Days were my nights, Lord, my nights were my days. I was seeking for a solution, searching for a way out of Babylon. Yet I got something that is free. I know something can feel. Something that is free. I know got something that can feel.
Listening to the music of Dominica's international reggae superstar Lazo, based in Toronto, in Dominica. I guess enjoying the Christmas season. Enjoying the Christmas season with the Madame.
Yeah.
Big up, impressed.
Yes, man.
Absolutely. Lazo, how do you feel? Have you performed since you have been recognized internationally? Have you ever performed in Dominica? You know that would always come.
I know it's going to come. Well, yeah, I did a couple of things with Lofty.
Yeah,
when Lofty did
that's
a
long
time ago, long.
That's in the Harlem Jam.
Yeah,
That is
Harlem
in
Jam.
the early days. I remember.
Exactly.
Early
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, but yeah, not the Creole Festival at all. Yeah. I've tried numerous times, but for some reason, I don't know.
What have you done? What have you done to try to be on the festival? Tell us about it. Because quite a bit. We have, so many, major artists all over the world. And I mean, for them, that's why I try to find out from you. For most of them, is to be on the festival, which they were part of the actual foundation of the festival, because you played Kadas Lips of Music and
Oh,
then
yeah.
moved into reggae. But then I believe the foundation of the festival was because of Kadas Lips. So Dominica
Exactly.
got that recognition. But what have you done in terms of trying to be on the festival?
Well, I've approached them many times. I've applied. I met with when Val used to run it. I met with him a few times, trying to talk to him about it, and he said yes, but for some reason, just never happened.
Why you think it never happened? Is it because you're Dominican or your music?
What is honestly between you and I, as I said, um, we never recognize our own till it's kind of late, till it's too late.
I know.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's a sad reality. It's a human condition. As I said, Prince or whatever is never honored in his own homeland or whatever this is. The saying goes, which is really sad. I'm not just talking for me, right? But I know there are a lot of other good artists, Dominican artists on the outside, and for some reason they never get to play.
But do you feel, I mean, like an activity like the World Current Music Festival, that just should be a space allocated to Dominican artists who have excelled,
Definitely.
on the outside, made
Definitely.
a name, and somewhere should at least get some level of recognition.
Definitely. I mean, people talk a lot about Jamaicans this and Jamaicans that, but when you have reggae festivals in Jamaica or festivals in Jamaica, 90% of the people performing there are Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? So I think we should follow that pattern and make sure we expose what we have. You know what I mean? And we have some really good stuff, amazing stuff. Because if people could recognize you internationally, why don't they recognize you at home? It's sad.
And when you view images of the World Creole Music Festival, and you know what you have, your ability, your talent, your gifts, your craft, the energy you bring to the stage, in comparison to what some of the acts that are brought to Dominic, how you feel?
Yeah, I feel I don't know what's sad, but I just feel like we need to educate ourselves and try to promote our own. Like I think it's important we do that. And I don't want to try to put anybody down or because I'm not that type of person. I just figure actually I decided I don't want to bother anymore. I don't want to go begging. What I'm saying? I'm not a beggar. What I'm saying. So I decided just let it be.
Just earlier this year I saw a long list of. As a matter of fact, we were in chat and you told me you're not going to be in Dominica till months down the line, and that's because you had a whole string of performances scheduled. Tell us about that.
This was last year, right?
This was last year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we did a lot of shows all across the US, all across the US. It happens like even from now. I'm booked already, and
you're booked already.
Oh yeah, because shows booked all across the US, all across Canada, and stuff already. So and people calling me, because I've got to the stage where I don't have to be calling people looking for shows anymore. You see, people.
Do you do your own managing now? You and your lady? You do your own?
She helps me a lot, because she in terms of publicity and stuff, she helps a lot, But I have booking agents. I have like 3 or 4 different booking agents in the States and in Canada. We're taking care of bookings and stuff.
What are some of your major moments? I mean, the high points for Lazo, when Lazo look back at his career, would say, yes, I really feel that I have achieved.
Well, the Juno Awards and the top reggae, being the top reggae performer in Canada. I mean, amongst all the other people, I mean, it's international people, right? And I was able to win that award. I think that's it's a matter of boasting or bragging, but I think it's a gift I've been given to be as a performer. I think it's
and in terms of performances, we have you played that you feel man.
Well, there's a festival in London, Ontario. It's called Sunfest, SUNFEST.
Yes, I've heard of Sunfest.
It's a massive, and you have bands come from all over the world.
I mean, roughly, 20,000.
Yeah, at least. Over the weekend, there's over 150,000 people come to that festival over the weekend. And I've been playing this for 25 consecutive years.
Wow, and then the history again. You have been playing the Sunfest for 25 consecutive years.
And they keep calling me back every time. Because if when the thing comes up, if people don't see Lazo, they keep calling Lazo, and they have to bring me back,
Mm-hmm.
And most of the times I headline there, and stuff like that. It's a massive, massive festival.
Is it only reggae?
No,
reggae
not
festival,
at
or
all.
all
not
kind
at
of
all.
music?
All kind of music. Jazz, funk, Latin, African, salsa, everything.
But then you were treated like a headliner.
Yeah,
in
many
this
times.
major festival.
Many times. Yeah. They call me, that's what they call me, Mr. Sunfest
Wow.
on the newspaper.
So it's a staple.
Yeah.
When you look at our music, or you listen to our music in Dominica today, your message is mainly consciousness, love. But when you listen to our music today, what are your impressions? And be honest. Be honest. I mean, we try to teach people and educate, and you are one who have actually gone out there and did the work.
Yeah.
You are not only recognized and honored by Dominica. As a matter of fact, not even much Dominicans, but strictly people out of Dominica recognize your work and your talent. But when you hear stuff from Dominica and where we used to be, where you feel you can elevate, well, how you feel? What's your own impression?
Well, I mean, the music, the rhythm aspect of the music is great, right? But you see, what I think is, and that's one of the reasons I decided to get into it. I think it's the language aspect. To me, is sort of a barrier.
The lyrical content.
Yeah, especially to get it out, because people want to understand what you're saying, and that's one of the reasons even I decided to do the reggae, because it's more English, and then you're able to get the message out, rather than I think it's more difficult, to get the. I mean, although if a good song is a good song, you see, and to me, it's all music, and you can't try to put culture down. It's culture, and then, so we have to accept. And don't try to, instead of try to put down, we should try to lift up, elevate, rather than put down. So I think it's just time and promotion, because promotion, publicity is a key aspect of getting things out there too. I mean, so I'm not the one to say that, oh, the Zouk or the Kadas, and I think the language could be a little, if you could maybe do more of it in English too, I think we could reach a much wider audience with that, But the rhythm is that.
But in terms of the composition itself,
the content. Well, yeah, I mean, this I have sort of a problem with, I think, because to me, music is to educate and elevate, and it's not just about,
entertain.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I call my stuff edutainment.
Edutainment.
Yeah,
edutainment
rather than entertainment.
Mainly because it's you want a consciousness,
upliftment, because that's what because you see the artists ought to be the ears and the mouth of the people. You have to be, help teach the people.
And I'm happy you're saying that, because we are approaching the Calypso season, and Calypso music, like you'll be familiar with, all Caribbean you'll be familiar with, is like the nucleus of documenting what has transpired throughout, let's say, a year, and bringing it in sound.
Exactly.
But like I say, we have to do better. I think we have to do better collectively in exposing what we have, and not only that, but be a little selfish sometimes with what we have. I think because of that selfishness of the other islands, they were able to do what they have to do. For instance, you said a while ago, Jamaicans will have 90% Jamaicans. That level of it's a level of selfishness, but at the same time, it shows patriotism. It was bringing the best you have and showcasing it and loving it and consuming it.
Exactly.
Let's see if we can take another song from Lazo. We are here with international reggae superstar Lazo, formerly from Castle Bruce, also formerly from Black Blood, B Blood, and Pompeo. Let's take another song from Lazo.
Serious times we're living in. Serious times. These are serious times we're living in. Take a look around, tell me, what do you see? Everywhere, people are fighting to be free. From economic and mental slavery. Take a look around, tell me, what do you see? Man, woman, and child searching for love desperately. Serious times. Serious times we're living in. These are serious times. Serious times we're living in. Serious times. Serious times we're living in. Serious times. Serious times we're living in. The measure ye made shall be measured to you. Do unto others as you have them do to you. Give a little love. I'm gonna tell you why. It's the only way we're gonna get by. Serious times. Serious.
Very relevant one, serious times.
Yeah, man,
One
serious
everyone
times.
can relate to. By the way, Lauren Barnes Roberts is big up also. Zed from New York.
This
I
is my
know-
cousin, you know.
Yeah, I know she have been advocating for you to be on the festival for several years.
Actually, she did. She's the one who took me down. I remember that, Lauren, if you're listening, she took me down to the Val's office.
Yeah.
When she was the minister, you know, and asked him to, why don't you consider me for the festival? And it still never happened, you know. So
Is that still one of your biggest dreams to perform at the World Great Music Festival? You have been performing all over.
well, I don't know if it's
Or
my
you
biggest.
forget about it, or you just decide if
Well,
it comes, it comes.
Yeah, if it comes, it comes. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. I mean, I would love to perform for the people to see, you know, to give them let them see what they're missing out on, more or less, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What about your home community, Castle Bruce? In terms, I know you spend quite a bit of time there now,
Oh yeah, yeah.
especially when you're not on tour.
Yeah, once I'm not on tour, I'm home. I love farming too, so
Also, yeah. you
yeah,
do
man.
some
I
farming,
plant,
Zion
right now. I have a whole heap of vegetables,
vegetables.
eating from my garden up there.
Absolutely. I think I saw you on some big stone chilling,
Yeah.
you know. But
I
that's, we have a caller. Okay, let's take a caller for Lazo. By the way, the lines are open in case you want to just say hello and hi to Lazo, international reggae superstar. Let's go to the line. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How can that be? How can that be that we have such a caliber of a superstar and we don't even know the man? How can that be?
I know.
How can we not push him forward? How should he not have been pushed forward long ago?
I know.
I mean, thanks for bringing him, man. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, my brother. And God bless you. I share those sentiments. By the way, the lines are open. Give us the numbers again, DJ Shan, if you want to actually make a contribution to our special program. Lazo, international reggae superstar, in the building for a few more minutes. I give the numbers again, DJ Shan.
All right, the numbers are 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097, 616-4257, 305-432-9624. That's if you're calling from the overseas line.
We were just on the area of Castle Bruce.
Yes.
And you know, I know that's you always have that lovely community at heart. Any plans? You once wanted to go for politics, Lazo, or you have a degree?
I have a
You have a
political,
degree in politics or something?
yeah, I have a political science degree from the University of Toronto.
Yes, I think you mentioned that to me several years ago. We have another caller for Lazo. We'll talk about that in a while. Yes. Good morning, Lazo in the building.
Hey, Wadix, good morning, and good morning to Lazo.
Yes, man.
Thompson.
Thompson?
Hey, Thompson,
Hey.
brother. What's up?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Nice to
I'm
hear
good,
you,
all right.
man. Nice to hear you. Yeah.
Yes, man, Lazo. Listening to the interview, great interview.
Thanks
Was
a lot.
happy to hear about. Thanks for the background. You know, it
Yeah.
shows the kind of struggle, and after all of that struggle, that you know, you're basically on top now, but it's really unfortunate that, as you said, you're not been given your recognition in your own country. You know, it's something that we have to work on as a people to
Absolutely.
recognize greatness when we see it, and the rest of the world embraces our people, and somehow we have difficulties in doing that. It's a serious issue here in Dominica, but you know, that is something that we certainly need to work on. But I really wanted to congratulate you and to really thank you for, you know, giving your story today, you know, on Heartbeat and Creole Heartbeat, and it's really great listening to you and to Wadix as well.
Yeah.
Of course, when Wadix go way back, you know.
Yeah,
Classmate at the St. Mary's Academy.
For real,
Yeah, man, we were classmates.
okay,
at the
Yeah,
university.
but Wadix I must have missed him because I came to the Portugal area just a couple houses. down
Yeah.
there, a couple years
Oh,
later. So I think I missed
no,
him.
he was in the area during the time you were my ma Fafi. He used to
Really?
live low down.
You're joking.
No, yeah, man, just slow down towards the end. There's a lady that used to sell tambourine jam and whatnot at the end.
For real.
He was in the area, but
And what is- the house is still the house I was living in, still there, you know.
yes, it's still there.
Juju living in-
Juju, that's right, Juju. Yeah, man, I pass there every day. I have been Portugal every day.
Yeah, man.
Maximum
Yes,
respect.
yes,
Thanks a
yes.
lot, Thompson Fountain, and take it easy, my
Yes,
brother.
Thompson,
Yeah, man.
thanks for calling.
All
Now.
the best for the new
Talk
year.
to you. Talk to you
Yes,
soon.
and also we'll catch up. Huh?
Yeah, I'll link you up. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Take care of
As a
yourself.
political leader, but
Okay, bye-bye.
you know, that's a political leader of the United Workers Party, and we were just on politics.
Yeah,
you
no.
have a political
Science degree.
a degree in political science.
Yeah, bachelor's degree. Yeah.
I mean, more again to know. I mean, from this particular brother. That's why I really want you to do this particular interview.
Yeah, because you've been after me for a while.
Yes,
yeah,
because I really wanted Dominicans to know and to discover Lazo. Let's take another caller. Good morning, Creole Heartbeat for Lazo. Mola kachebe.
Bienvenue à ce radio, c'est une radio internationale qui l'a aujourd'hui. Lazo.
Oui, man, qui me ça parler là?
Oh, boys, go to police station. Là, ça c'est comme un wad man.
No,
Kamawad mwekila, c'est pas kawat.
Now let me tell you something, Lazo. I'm calling you now to big you up.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks.
He's a man that go through the struggles. I don't know if you can remember me, but I was a little boy by police station there that supporting everything that I knew before coming up into struggles. So when you talk about botanical gardens, that's where the fruit swirls, right?
Yes, man.
Absolutely.
The fruits in the botanical gardens at the back.
Yes,
You
man.
must explain to them when you in particular used to go and eat it. You know, explain to them before you go. Don't laugh, but then explain because they cannot eat it now. So explain how good it was when you used to go and practice. So I want to big you up, compliment you. You know, for what again? For the strength of your mind. Because a lot of fellas try to go into music, but they start beating a different drum. But you never take that rum to go and drink, neither to beat a different drum. You maintain is that you go through your struggles and just open up your mind, and here you are now international. And that's what a lot of people don't want to see. Even your friends are eating and drinking with you. Watch the drink you're drinking with them, because they will not make you sing, neither to even play anything. So my brother, congratulations on the position that you are, and I wish you could get greater help. And I ask him, Matt, when he comes this year, and Wadix to have a special show to play those kind of music, because too much open that and close that playing on the radio station. Bye bye, my brother.
Thank you for the words of wisdom.
Respect, my brother. Will we ever see a Rasta man in the? We have another caller. I must ask you that, because that the political science degree, I think, is excellent in terms of bringing a different brand of politics in Dominica.
Yeah.
Let's see another caller for Lazo. Lazo, good morning. Good morning for Lazo.
Yes, good morning. Good program. What's up, bro?
Lovely, man. Lovely. We're good.
Okay, nice. I've been following your music for a very, very long time. I used to host a radio program on Radio Bamago, and I remember that year you released an album, Satisfaction Guaranteed.
Oh, that's way back, boy.
yeah. So if Wadix, if you can get that song, I just love that song. If you give it a spin for me, please.
Okay, we'll try to see how we can get that.
All right, I will. Yeah,
all right, maximum respect.
Give thanks. Yeah.
Any aspirations for Rastaman to be in the house one of those days, or you just?
Well, actually, this is the reason. It's very interesting, This is why I decided to do politics, because I wanted to come back to help out Castle, work for Castle Bruce, Not really about me after this. I don't really care too much about me, but just to see justice, man, just to help, and be like the gadfly. Well, if you see injustice, to talk against it, and try to help. But what I noticed, it's all. And I think the party politics is what's killing the country, man. Everybody, if you read, and if you blame, right is right and wrong is wrong. Let's work together to develop the place. It's not about color politics and red and blue and it's destructive stuff that people have to come together and work to elevate other people. It's not about you and me and how much money I have and how much this and that. This is the problem we have in Dominica, man.
Another call, as a matter of fact, the calls are coming fast and furious for Lazo, political science degree, reggae superstar based in Canada. Good morning, Creole Heartbeat for Lazo.
Good morning, Alex. This is Lauren. My voice is
yeah, Lauren Banis.
Oh my goodness, what a trip this morning. Thank you, Alex, for having Lazo. Lazo and I are cousins, but he's a gifted and talented young man. Lazo, don't give up. I've tried and have tried, and we have been unsuccessful. But when God is on your side, everything is going to be all right.
True.
You are shining. You'll continue to shine. You've received the top award in Canada. And my brother, we are so proud of you. Cassius, keep care. Wherever I go, I boast of Lazo. And thank you so much, Colin. Thank you so much, Wally.
Lauren, before you go, Lauren, before you go, let me actually why I decided not to run.
It's only because it was your cousin.
Because of Lauren. Because when I graduated, that's when she decided to get in politics herself. Because she was in the bank.
And you didn't want cousin versus
exactly.
cousin.
I think we
because of law. Because of the law.
And that's first cousins, Wally.
We're two sisters' children. You know what I mean?
And Lazo always supported me. Always supported what I have before.
I mean, even many times I would have things to say against the government. I wouldn't because of Lauren. Because I figure we are cousins and stuff. So
he has been my encourager up to this day. He has been my encourager. And no matter what, Lazo, God will see us through. You got to make it. You made it already. You have made it already. Your gift is from above. And no matter where you perform, you will be successful. You will be successful. I've tried and I've tried. And you've not been able to perform for your own people in Dominica. But if it means we have to organize a show in Castleberry to prove your talent, we are going to do that.
Maximum respect. Take it easy, my dear.
All right.
And all the best for the new year. I mean,
thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Badis Roberts. I mean, I am heartened today mainly because you're not just another artist. Yes, your profession for now is music, but you have also educated yourself in a field here which can be sometimes very toxic.
Very toxic.
When you look at the whole political arena in Dominica, I mean, what would you suggest? And we're talking about both sides, just the general feeling of how things are operating in Dominica. What would be some of your suggestions?
Yeah, as you say, it's very toxic, and I don't like what I see what's happening in the country. I think it's too much division, and I think people really need to, and the politicians have to realize it's not about you. It's about the people. It's not, the people give you the power, and you have to. That's what you have. But it seems like as soon as the people give them the power, they become the masters and the people become the slaves. And they're supposed to be the servants of the people. You're not supposed to be the master. You're supposed to be the servant. And you have to remember that. Whether you're Skerrit or whether you
Thompson,
exactly. You are servants of the people. And you have to work for the people, not for yourself and too much nepotism, I mean the family and your friends, and if you don't support me, there's nothing for you, This has to stop. You have to come and work for the people and help elevate and develop the country, man. It's not, it's about time we put a stop to that, I mean. But the people have to educate themselves too. At the end of the day, the onus is on the people, because you are the ones who have the power. The politician has no power unless you give him your power, and that's what the people are doing.
Would you consider going up again? I mean, I know your music has taken you to where possibly you want to, but would you consider?
I've given it serious thought, I told you I went to school for that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing in government, you have all these people in government who people don't know nothing about politics. I mean, it's like, for example, it's like having somebody fly an airplane and they've never practiced, they never learn how to fly an airplane. You're going to crash the plane. That's what's going to happen. So I think in politics that has to be the same thing. Whether you know what I'm saying, it has to be the same thing. You have inexperienced people with no knowledge about anything. Just you have too many wrong pegs in square holes, and it's not fitting. So we have to put a stop to that, man. And people have to educate themselves. And stop giving people fish. You must teach them how to fish so they could fish for themselves.
Absolutely. Final words as we have to stop for the news major in the next few seconds. I want to leave you with give you the opportunity to educate the nation for a few seconds, my brother. I mean, It really was a pleasure to have you there for the hour. This was long overdue, and I hope we can do that some other time soon, because I feel a nice vibe, a nice vibe flowing through, and we want to teach. We want to continue to teach our people and elevate from one level to the next in a consciousness.
The consciousness, man.
So I'll leave the final words to you, my brother.
Well, what I would say, man, I mean, love is the key to everything, too. Love is the key. If you want, it's about loving each other and caring for each other, doing to others as you will have them do unto you. It's simple. I mean, it's biblical, but it's very simple. It's very truthful. Do unto others. If you don't like it for yourself, why visit it on someone else? You know what I mean? So I think in this time of technology, information is at our fingertips. Information is there, and people don't study. They don't research. And so that's what that has to happen. People have to take responsibility for themselves and stop depending on people to do things for them. You know what I mean? Educate yourself.
Man, maximum respect. We really need to continue this vibe. I'm going to set up a part 2 so we can educate some more and deal more into the political science.
Maybe get some other people on the panel.
That's what we're going to do.
Exactly.
Because I love the background, the political science background, and I really wanted to bring it out that musicians are not just people.
Exactly. Have some fun. You know what I mean?
Just for fun and entertainment. We have people also with genius and brilliance within the anatomy and the cerebrum and cerebellum. This was another Creole Heartbeat program, and it was a pleasure to have Lazo in the building. We're going to be doing it some other time. By the way, it's our final Creole Heartbeat program on the big station for this year. I want to wish everyone a blessed and prosperous 2024. Prince Wadix, may God bless you. May God bless Dominica.
Nice Wadix.
The ink is black, the page is white. Together we learn to read it right. The child is black, the child is white. The whole world looks upon the side. A beautiful sight. And now a child can understand this is the law of all. The world is black,